Hey Board Game Maniacs, Maniac Rob with Maniac Katie is back again. And we're here to play an exciting game in the dungeon. Is that right, Katie?
Yep.
We're going in the dungeon. The game we're playing is by Fantasy Flight. It's called Dungeon Quest. Now, I played a solo mission a little while ago, and it didn't turn out too well. Katie and I have played this game a couple of times off camera, and we're going to play a two-player game right now. Now, it plays up to 4 players, and pretty much what it is you're trapped in this dungeon. You have to make it into the dungeon, collect as much loot as you can, and escape the dungeon before the sun sets. Because what happens if the sun sets and we're in the dungeon, Katie?
We lose.
We lose. We die. We are forced to be living our life rotting in the dungeon and waiting for other people to come in so that we can try to loot their bodies and still rot because we can't get out.
There's a lot of ways to lose this game.
That's right. It has a very high failure rate, so it's very challenging. And when Katie and I play off camera, we kind of get a little angry at times because things happen that we don't really want to happen. But it is a fun game, isn't it, Katie? What would you rate it out of 10?
8.
Yeah, that's a good solid 8. I agree with you. Yes, see? Same wavelength. So anyhow, have a seat. Put on your chest plate. Put on your helmet. Grab a nice sharp sword and get ready to venture in the dungeon. Here you see Katie and I had set up the board. So this game is very, very simple to set up. As you can see, it has on the board itself, it tells you exactly what place to put all the different types of cards. There's a lot of cards here, but you end up pretty much using at least half from each section there too as well. So as again, I have a solo mission. If you want to see how it's played through, you can watch that. But just to sum it up, again, you have to put your tile stack here, and you can get to the center where the dragon keeps all the treasure, or you can just loot whatever is here, then escape before the sun track, which is right here, goes up to the end. Once it gets to the numbers, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, see, I can count, I'm pretty smart. So once it gets to these, when it lands on 1, you have to roll equal, or actually have to roll higher than what the number is. If you roll lower or equal, that means the game is over. So that's for these numbers here. It has 4 starting points for heroes, as you can see right there. And also too, as well as at the start of the turn, at the start of the game I should say, each player gets a draw which is called a ruin card, or rune of Dragonfire card. Well, there's all different types. We'll go over that in a second. But anyhow, there's the board. Now I'm going to show you what character Katie picked and I picked and what we have. Katie has picked her favorite character of all, Chilarla and the Bright Blaze. She has like a little mini dragon here. So up here is the health or hit points you have. So Katie has 12 hit points. And down here she has different stats. This is her strength of 5. Agility of 7. She has a shield of 5 and 7 luck. Now also each character has special abilities. For Katie, it says when you draw a dungeon card, you may discard it and draw another dungeon card as a replacement. You must then resolve this new dungeon card. When you see us playing the game, you'll understand why this is very important, because you can draw a dungeon card that will totally mess you up. So you're like, nah, I don't like that, and you pick another one. Continuing on, it says, if you have 8 or more wounds, your combat cards never deal more than 1 wound to the monster per attack. And then she has a little saying, the wrath of my ancestors shall strike down those who would deny me my birthright. I was going to say bright right. Anyhow, I'm looking through the camera, it's kind of hard. So you can see there's her health track. There's her fancy mini that she has, her nice little pet dragon. And she also has the rune card, the Rune of Dragonfire. Discard when you are about to draw a dungeon card. Return all of our dungeon. I said it again. Discard when you are about to draw a dragon card. Return all of the dragon cards to the deck and shuffle it. I have chosen the character Lindell. I've never played this character before, so I'm interested to see how it's going to fare. So Lindell has 15 hit points, and each time you gain 1 or more determination tokens, gain 1 additional determination tokens. And what determination tokens are for pretty much is it lets you re-roll abilities when you're doing testing abilities, and that's what it is. So when you're up against a test of like strength or you know, agility or luck or anything, if you fail, then you get to pick up one of these determination tokens, which will help you with your re-rolling too as well. And I also have which is called Ruin of Insight. Discard at the end of your action phase to discard all search tokens in your space and all spaces adjacent to your space, which is pretty cool. So Lindell's stats: strength is 6, agility 6, shields 4, and luck is 5. And just a quick little shot, which is right here, of Lindell for the miniature. Now, one thing I didn't mention for Katie's too as well is each character comes with this little token. It's double-sided. But what this token is for is if you fall into, what do you fall into, Katie? Can you remember the name of it?
Catacombs.
The catacombs. Then you would switch out your character for your character token and you move differently. If this happens, we'll explain it. But until then, oh yes, also too as well, this is first player token. You know, Katie and I rolled up camera to see who'd be first player, and I got higher than her, so I am first player. Here you see a couple of different types of tokens too as well. Like these are catacomb steers. You have also monster tokens, search tokens, and again the determination tokens. And you have, these are your stacks which you flip over per turn. And then you also have, these are other rune cards. You have your battle cards for monsters and heroes, and you have your monster cards too as well. And the fancy looking dice. That pretty much explains the setup for the, and what you get when you're playing this game. So we set the sun tracker at 0 to start. We take each of our characters, here Kate, I'll give you back your character. And we will set them where we want to start deploying. So Katie has set hers over here because it's close to her. Smart girl. And mine, I'm going to set mine over, no, I'm going to be smart too as well. I'm going to set him or her, Lindell, right here. Oh, I forgot to read my quote. Too many had suffered for these cursed treasures. And what am I doing? I'm trying to find more treasures. So obviously I want to try to suffer too. On with the game! I am up first, so what I do is I first off draw a dungeon tile, and I flip it over. Now, you see the little, it looks like a tooth or a bone. I think it looks like a shark tooth to me. So this has to be where your character will enter, and then you can start from there. So I'm going to place it here. Now other tiles will have different tokens or icons, I should say, onto it. But this here is just pretty much a corner, so I'm going here, and that pretty much ends my turn. Now, where I said I would end my turn, this would be classified as a corridor, so in the instruction book it does say immediately move again, so I draw another card. And it's this one. Now this has a couple different tokens you can see here. So it has a door token, and it also has this little black thing right here. This is your dragon or dungeon card token you gotta draw, and you don't have a choice, you have to do that. And a search token. And you can only do pretty much one action per turn, or technically I guess you could say it's 2 actions. So anyhow, you have to put the tooth, shark tooth, right here. So that means I go again, which is right here, and then because it had that little black icon, I draw a dungeon card. And this dungeon card says empty. Now, the first time I played this, pretty funny, Katie. So when I played this and I was learning the instructions, I was kind of getting upset because these dungeon cards were saying empty. I'm like, oh, I don't get anything from it. But when it all turns out, it's good to have them empty because that means it don't give you any trouble. So my turn is over. It is Katie's turn. All right, Katie, what'd you get?
A corner.
And you have a dungeon card?
Yes.
Okay. So Katie moves in and grabs her dungeon card. I'll pass it to you. I'm not looking at it though.
Dead adventurer. You may loot the body for treasure. If you choose to do so, draw 1 corpse card.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to loot the body.
Alright, so there's the corpse deck.
Shuffle. Discard this card, then shuffle the corpse deck and the discard pile together. Finally, draw a card from the corpse deck and resolve it.
Alright, so that just gets shuffled again. and then she draws another one, and that gets discarded into the dungeon deck. So Katie shuffled and grabbed another corpse card. So what is it there, Katie?
The corpse possesses nothing of value, nothing happens.
Oh, so it's empty. So one thing, again, just to note too as well, is the name of this game is to get as much loot as in gold that you can before the sun comes up, or sets I should say.
And you have to get back.
That's right, you have to get back to your exit or one of the exits, so that's the only way you could survive. So, Katie, could you move the sun track up one? Because, again, I'm first player, so we're going back to me, and it goes there. So now it would be my turn. So just to show you, I really don't want to do this, but I'm going to show you anyhow. So I already did the dungeon card, and I'm on this tile. For my action, I'm going to do a search. You can see this little torch icon. So for the search deck, you grab a card like this, and you say, what do I got? Secret door. You may immediately move to any adjacent space. If the space is unexplored, place a chamber tile as normal. If you encounter monsters, you cannot escape. So again, this could be good, it could be bad. And it says you may immediately move. But you know what? I'm leaving the secret door where it is, and I am not moving because I've played this game before and I know how horrible it can turn out, as in bad luck for somebody. Katie kindly pointed out too as well, every time you do a search, you have to take a search token, which obviously is the other side of the determination tokens, and you have to put it onto your tile. And the reason for this being is it tells you or any explorer that goes on this tile that, hey, it's been searched there already, so you cannot do any more searches. So Katie, it's on to your turn. All right, Katie, what you doing?
Putting down a corridor.
Alrighty.
And it's got a dungeon thing on it.
You get a dungeon deck. There you go.
Crypt. You may explore the crypt for treasure. If you choose to do so, draw one crypt card.
Why do you always get these like, oh, you could draw this if you want?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, so I'll take this for the discard. And you get a crypt deck. Now these usually are good, but sometimes it can create a lot of problems.
Unstable potion. You may discard the potion at the start of your status phase and roll 2 dice. If you roll a 2, you die. If you roll a 3 to 5, you suffer 4 wounds. If you roll a 6 to 7, nothing happens. 8 to 10, heal up to 3 wounds. 11 to 12, heal all of your wounds.
So specifically the keyword into that card is you may. So Katie could hold on to this for the entire game and not use it, but she could also try it. But there is also a if you roll, there's one roll that's really bad, isn't it, Katie?
2 is I die.
That's right. She would die automatically.
I roll snake eyes.
Yeah. So that sucks. So the thing is if you die in this game, you don't literally out of the game. You would just go back to your starting point. Your tiles would still remain where they are. But you would lose any treasure cards or any upgrade cards that you have, except for your wound card, obviously. And you would go back to your starting health. So, is that all you're doing there, Katie? Obviously, it's all you can do because it's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Okay. And also, too, as well, it is my turn again. So, Katie has advanced the sun track. And again, we have to make sure that we're out of the dungeon before it gets up there. So, Katie could have another dungeon card. Oh, look, I got a camera work, so she's doing it for me. This is great. So down here there's stairs, so this is a special dungeon card or tile, so I could go down the catacombs if I want, but I don't want to do that. But what I do have to do though is I have to draw a dungeon card because of the insignia. So I draw one and it says, ooh, dead adventurer, I may loot the body. May, again, keyword is may, so I'm going to take my chances. Watch me get a monster or something. Katie's lucky, me not so lucky. Unless I get 50 gold. I got 50 gold, Katie.
Nice.
So I'm going to keep that for sure. And that ends my turn right there. And we're at the Katie. Katie drew a dungeon tile. So what does it say there, Katie?
I drew a corridor, so I immediately move again.
That's right.
This is just an empty.
But you do get to draw a dungeon card.
Yes.
From the dungeon deck. Dun, dun, dun.
Empty, nothing happens.
Oh, you're lucky. All right, so that is it. Now it's on to my turn, so we have to advance the the track up again. We should probably pull the board game down a little bit closer to us, I think, Katie. So it is my turn. My turn, I am going to search. Now, I told Katie I'm going to push my luck. I'm usually not very lucky with searches. Katie's trying to peek at my card. Oh, this says shuffle, so I got to discard this, shuffle, and then draw another one. I shuffled the cards that were left here. There was only two, the one that was here plus the other one, back into it, and I reshuffled. And it also instructed me to grab another search one. Now, oh, thankfully it's empty. It's empty, Katie. Ha 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 ha. But I also got to take the search token and place it on there so no other explorer can search. Katie, what are you gonna do? Another tile. You've turned down the search option. Why'd you turn the search option down, Katie?
Because I want to keep moving.
That's a good idea. So she moves there and she automatically gets a dungeon deck card. Right here.
I don't like that.
Oh, hidden trap. Yeah, some cards like this is really bad. This not even getting in focus. Anyhow, it's a hidden trap card. So see, Katie has the power that she can just draw another, but she has to keep this one.
Keep this card. While you have this card, roll 2 dice at the start of your status phase. Discard this card if you enter the catacombs or exit Dragonfire Dungeon.
Oh, okay, but you don't do it this time because you already did this as your status phase?
Yes. It's called Lingering Shade.
Oh, so that's not a good card.
So if I roll a 2 or 3, I die. If I roll over a 4, I think my turn is normal.
Okay, so yeah, that could be bad. Lingering Shade. Alrighty. Okay, so we advance the sun track. Sun marker up. Can you reach that there, Katie? Hang on. On my turn, I'm not going to try to push for luck to search. Well, I can't anyhow because I already searched. Got the search token there telling me I can't search anymore. But I got this one. Oh, lovely. One of these. Now, this isn't too bad, but if I come back this way, it could turn to be very detrimental for me. So what this means is I'm going to go here and I continue moving, but I have to roll a die. And I have to, whatever I get, it'll tell me which direction to go. So I take one of the die. And I get a 2. So 2 is just right there. So I go boop, back there. And that's how the game goes. Wah! It's your turn, Katie. Katie's turn. She's going there, and she's already explored there with the dungeon card. But every time you land on the tile, whether it's flipped over or not, you have to draw a dungeon card. Dungeon deck card, and that's only if it has a black icon. So, Katie, do you want to advance the track up there? You can see how fast this game goes. So, in the instructions and on the box, it does say this game can last anywhere between 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer than 60 minutes, but as you can tell, this is a pretty fast-paced game. It's kind of like a beer and pretzels kind of game. You can sit there and relax and, you know, not have to pay too much attention to it, and you'll still keep on track of it all. So it is on to my turn. Because I'm on that tile, I have to roll the die again. If I get a... Oh, that's right. Katie, see, look, Katie's on the ball. I can move this way, or I can move that way. So I am going to go this way here. So thank you, Katie. So this here is just another tile, and I also got to draw a... Oh, I'm dead. I fell off into the abyss. Katie wins. I don't think so. I draw a dungeon card. And of course, it's an ambush. Now you're going to see how combat works in this game. It is very, very frustrating, but fun at the same time. The first thing you do is you grab a monster token and you put it on your tile. So if you escape this, you can take a penalty. So just like in Dungeons and Dragons, if there's a monster and you're encountering, you can try to run away from that monster, but you're pretty much exposing your back so they get a free shot at you. Now, with that monster, what I'm thinking, Katie, is because I don't know how strong that monster is, so I'm going to try one round of combat just to show the viewers how combat works. And then I may just try to run away because I hate fighting the monsters. So these cards are called combat cards. If you ever played the game Rock, Paper, Scissors when you were younger, or even now today, because I still play it. Do you still play it, Katie? Exactly. So It kind of operates on the same thing, but it's rock, paper, scissors with cards though. So what we do is I draw a card, Katie draws a monster card, and we flip them over pretty much at the same time, and we compare and see who takes a wound and who don't. Here we go. So the way we compare it, just so everybody says the hero magic and monster melee. So you look at here, it says the monster card. So Katie played the monster melee, so we go like that. And 0 wounds dealt, 1 wound suffered. And you go here and it's 1 wound dealt, 0 wounds suffered. So the monster takes 1 wound and I take 1 wound. That's the way it is, because again, she suffered 1 wound and no. I suffer no wounds. That's right. So it's only the monster. Katie, I hit you for 1 point. So you take 1 point of damage. So Katie laid the 1 wound token on the monster. Now the monsters can have anywhere between 2 wounds to 5 or more wounds. So it depends on who you're fighting. And I don't know if I should try to run away, but the thing is if you do run away, that monster does stay in that square. So if you come back, you're going to encounter it. And do you know what? I'm full health. I got 15, so I'm going to try to take another whack at the monster and see what happens. So you understand how the combat part. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the game. We're going to fulfill the entire combat, and if I kill the monster, we'll see what the monster is, and I'll explain what the card looks like. After 2 rounds of combat, actually 3 rounds of combat, I was lucky, and the monster never touched me at all. So the good thing about this is the person fighting the monster does not have any idea of what type of monsters, how many wounds it takes to kill it. So I killed it, so you can see here, health is 3. So I killed it with 3. Now, escape penalty, where I said before that you could choose to turn around and try to run away. If I chose to run away, I would have took 4 health off of me, or 4 hit points. So that wouldn't have been good. But anyhow, I killed this little trolley poo, so that means we just keep continuing. And this monster token, because I killed him, is gone. Katie's turn, she chose to move, so she moves again. And she gets a dungeon card. What you got, Katie?
Keeps this card, blah, blah, blah. I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like it? Yeah, torch goes out. That's not a very
hang on,
good...
I have to test my,
Oh, yes, that's right. See if you die or you continue on.
No, I'm fine.
You're fine. So, she got the torch because this is another card that can hinder your character. So, she goes there. She drew one and she's fine. She stays exactly where she is. And then we move the sun.
I get a new thing.
Oh, yes, that's right, because you didn't want that. My bad, see?
Empty.
Katie's on the ball. Obviously, I'm not. So, yeah, so it was empty. So, move the sun tracker up again. And we're going. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to play a couple of rounds, and then I'm going to come back on camera, because the gameplay is pretty much all the same back and forth. And if something very significant happens, I will turn the camera on so you can check it out. So, just stay tuned and see what happens. During my turn, I drew another one of these where you have to roll a die. It took me 2 turns because I kept going there, but then I finally rolled a 5, and I drew another dungeon tile, and I got this. Now, what that icon means, it is a trap card. So you have to draw a card from the trap deck, which is right there. And this trap card is going to be, traps are always bad. Oh, an explosion. Suffer 4 wounds and lose your next turn. Look at that. That is horrible. Just a quick recap. I think everything is kind of set to fail for me, Katie, because you're just, you know, draw a dungeon card, empty. Draw a dungeon card, empty. So with me, you can see I had a monster here, and I tried to hit it once. I took like 3 wounds from it, so because of that, I'm like, screw this, I'm running away. And I ran, so I suffered more wounds. And now I draw a dungeon card, and I get this baby right here, which is a Razor Wing attack. So I got to roll 1 die and suffer that amount of wounds. I'm telling you, this is just not lucky for me. So 2, so I suffer 2 wounds. And as you can see, I'm getting pretty bad with my wounds because I only got 4 wounds left. I'm hurting here, Katie. I'm really hurting.
Bethany says hi.
This game seems to be pretty one-sided. Every time I turn the camera on, it's because I get screwed over in some way. So I drew a card, a tile, I should say. I drew a dungeon tile, and dungeon card, I should say.
Search card.
Oh, search card, yes. Dungeon deck search card. Oh, yeah, search card, sorry. Because I decided to search. I drew a Ferox. Roll 1 die. The result is the Ferox life value. I rolled a 3. Then test strength. If you succeed, the Ferox loses 1 life. If you fail, suffer 1 wound. Continue testing strength until the Ferox life value reaches 0 or until you die. Guess what happened? I died. So I knocked him down to 1 wound now, and I died. So because I died, I don't technically really die. I go here, but this lovely this lovely 50 gold coin is gone. It's discarded. No, that's just goes there. Now I was thinking about using my rune of insight, but I didn't think it'd help me here. Discard at the end of your action phase to discard all search tokens in your space. Yeah, see, that wouldn't help any at all. So I died. My tile stayed there. The monster stays there. The search token stays there. I go back to the beginning and I lose any kind of thing I have of value except for my rune card, which was 50 gold, so I lose it. And Katie over here is sitting pretty as a daisy because she's still going strong. Lovely. So Katie, I'm going to keep the camera on. It's your turn.
I'm going to draw a door deck card.
Oh, no. Why did you draw a door deck card? Just explain.
There's a door there.
So you can see the door, so she could have opted to draw a door deck.
So the door does not open, remaining your current chamber.
Ah, so pretty much she's locked in. She can't do it. See, now you see, like I said, this game is very one-sided so far because Katie's still going strong, but she got no gold, but she's still going strong. I got gold and I died. So I can almost tell, I can predict the future. Katie's going to walk out of here with like 1,100 gold coins, and I'm going to die 2 more times. Anyhow, I'll turn it back on if anything else significant happens. Stay tuned, Board Game Maniacs. On my turn, I moved up, and then Katie went, and then it's my turn. And dungeon card I drew here, and it's the Wizard's Curse. Roll 1 die and rotate all corridors in the following direction. I rolled a 1, so 90 degrees clockwise. So because of that, I can't go back this way because it's trapped. If I move around this way, I still can't go back because it's trapped. Katie's can't go back because she's trapped. So the both of us have to build up another exit. And you can see the sun track. We don't have many sunlight left, I should say, and neither one of us have any gold, Katie. So you're in the same boat I'm in right now. It's your turn, Katie. On Katie's turn, she chose to try to do another door token to try card, I should say, to open the door. And what you get there, Katie?
The door opened, so I move into the adjacent chamber.
All right. So, and you can see it is a chamber, so
it's
she gets
a corridor, so I get to move again.
Yep. So she gets to draw another one and go again. And what did you get? Ooh, look what she got.
I got a bridge.
It is a bridge. Now,
so
you may drop
upon entering
items.
this chamber, either end your turn or immediately move again by attempting to cross the bridge. To cross the bridge, test agility and add 1 to your dice roll for each loot card you have.
You don't have any loot cards? Or do you? Does anything on the card say loot?
I have 1, yeah.
So, are you going to end your turn or are you going to try to cross it?
Agility.
Alright. So, what she needs to do is roll 2 die, and what's your agility?
7, so I rolled exactly that, so I passed
4,
it.
5, 6 plus 1 is 7, so she passed it. Obviously she did. So you get to go again. You have to draw another tile and go again.
And I get to go again.
Oh my. Like, it's all, this game is just, we should just call this Katie's game. Because, like, I'm sucking at it. So there's another one. She gets a dungeon card. And this here is entrance to the catacomb when she chooses to go down.
I'm not.
But she still has to do her...
I can loot the crypt if I want to, and I'm gonna.
You're gonna loot the crypt. Obviously you are. Because you know what? That 1,100 gold is gonna start coming.
Trap.
Ah, okay. That's not too bad. I'll take that. And we'll put that there. And Katie draws a track card.
Test armor.
Oh, so what is your armor?
5.
5? So...
I'm gonna die. And I died.
What, you totally died?
Yeah.
Can I see that card? What the heck? So, ooh, you got a swinging blade. Obviously, that's how you died then. Test armor, if you fail, you die. So, there is cards, viewers, that you can draw and you will die automatically. So, because Katie died, she loses all of her cards. She gets her full health back again. She goes to the start. Now, yeah, you're kind of forced to only go one way here now, Katie.
Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, advance the sun tracker, please, and it is my turn. Things are starting to look up for me, Katie. On my turn, I drew, which is called a secret door, so I can move to an adjacent space, or I can move to one that is unexplored as long as it's adjacent. I choose to move back that way. I drew my dungeon deck card, and guess what I got? Guess what I got, Katie?
Loot.
I got 100 gold coins. So I'm in the race still. Oh yeah, and the sun track is right here. So should I try to, I can't even run back. I have to make my way to another. Oh.
Yeah, you can run back. Oh no, you can't.
No, I can't. That's right. Yeah, so I'm stuck and I have to go ahead. So what card did you draw there, Katie?
The ceiling collapses, the ceiling gives way. Some paths are blocked by debris and other paths are revealed. Rotate the chamber tile you are in 90 degrees clockwise, which I did.
So that pretty much gave her another pathway. Why, Katie? Why do you have the luck all the time? You can say you can tell I'm a little bit salty. Because we'll look at this. Look at her tiles compared to mine. I already died. She just died though. So, but I have 100 gold, but I can't run away now because I have to make my way to another exit.
This sucks for you.
Thanks, Katie. Thanks a lot. As you can see, a lot has happened. We kept playing. We're burning through all these cards too as well. So Katie just drew a card, which is, what's that card called? The tile? Black hole or something?
Bottomless pit.
Bottomless pit. So she has to test her luck. And if she fails, what happens, Katie?
I die.
And how much gold do you got right now?
90.
So you could lose that. So let's see.
I didn't die.
Damn it! You're lucky. So you're able to proceed past this. Mm-hmm. So you could advance into the quarter, but you can't draw another card because you're there. Mm-hmm. So that you're lucky. Anyhow, it's my turn, and as you can see, I'm trying to make my way over to get the heck out of here or to Katie's, and because that's more difficult. Katie's, I'd rather build my own. Katie just drew a card. It was what's it called? Wizard's Choice.
The Curse of the Wizard.
Curse of the Wizard. Well, you've seen this before, but she rolled a die and we had to turn the tiles, corridors, 90 degrees counterclockwise. So I am open again here, but I can try to make my way now from here all the way back, and Katie's is open back up again, but now she's trapped where she is. So, and you can see the sun track is pretty close. The sun is starting to set. Oh no, so I think I'm just going to keep proceeding, all or nothing. And also, too, as well as I drew another 60 gold pieces. How much gold you got, Katie?
90.
90. That's right. So it is on to my turn. Board Game Maniacs, I want to tell you that we succeeded and we escaped the dungeon, but I'd be lying, wouldn't I, Katie? Yeah, so Katie was lucky enough. She went in and get into the dragon chamber. Dragon's lair that has all the treasure. But on my turn, we had to advance the sun track up, and that is a 1 that's underneath it. So because of that, we just double checked the rules. So we had to roll 1 die, or I had to roll 1 die because it was on my turn. And I had to roll
higher than a 1.
That's right. Get this, higher than a 1 for the game to continue. And guess what I rolled? I rolled a stinking 1. So because it was equal or less than, in the book it says the game ends, the sun sets, and we're trapped in the dungeon forever. So Katie and I both failed at this game. Again, very, very fun game. Very challenging, but very easy at the same time. And can be frustrating. So Katie, you got any final thoughts about the game that you can let the other board game maniacs know that are watching this?
Yeah, it's a good game. I like it. It's good for 1 to 4 players. So I've played it with all of the above. So I've played it with 2 people, I've played it with 3 people, and I've played it with 4 people, and it's a good game either way. So
as many times as we played this with other board game maniacs, have you ever won?
Yes.
That's right, you've won once.
Twice.
Oh yes, twice out of all the games. So I estimate this game has probably about a 90% failure rate onto it. Now, don't get me wrong now. Even though that is a difficult game, my percentage could be wrong, but the thing is, it's a very challenging game, but it's easy to play. It's a lot of fun to play. I definitely would recommend this game to anybody who wants an easy game to play. And you can even pretty much play it with children, though, couldn't you, Katie? Because it's not like a...
No, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's pretty simple,
It's
and also it's not like really highly rated.
The rules are laid out really well, so they're super easy to understand. Everything is laid out like really straightforward. Like if you read it, that's how it's going to be played. Like it's really, the rules aren't complicated or nothing. So.
And it's probably rated like a PG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's nothing really bad about this that, you know, like you have to hide from your children. So again, here at Board Game Maniacs, we definitely recommend playing this game. So I don't know what else to say about this game except it is fun. Every time we play this, we always end up coming up with a different type of scenario, different way we lay the map tiles out, so the replayability in this is very high. You can see that the game board is pretty much riddled with a lot of stuff that we did. Both Katie and I have died once. Came close to dying the second time. Well, I kind of did almost. And Katie, she seemed to maintain and keep her luck with her, and she made it to the dragon's lair, or the dragon's chamber for that. But if we were to say, okay, who's going to win, it would be the one with the highest gold. But I can't really say that even though I had the highest gold there, because if we went to go on another turn, I'm sure Katie would have drew something that would be really good. Like maybe
just
over
out of curiosity.
1,000 gold coins. Yes, let's see what would have happened there.
So the dragon was sleeping.
Okay, so nothing would have happened there. That would be my turn. So draw another one, Katie.
And the treasure deck?
Oh yes, you'd have to draw a treasure deck.
2.
2 of them.
Draw 2.
Yep.
I would have gotten 320.
Okay, so there she would have beat me.
And 500.
So obviously she would have definitely beat me with the combination of the 320 and 500. So it'd be what, like 800, 920? Or 820?
910.
500 plus 320?
And 90.
Oh, I forgot your 90, that's right. So yeah,
310.
I can't do math right now.
910.
This game has got me a little flustered. Like I said, I'm a little salty because I didn't beat it, but I'm a fun saltiness because I love the game and it was very enjoyable. So there you go, Board Game Maniacs. I hope you enjoyed this little quick game of Dungeon Quest by Fancy Flight Games. Please show us some love, do some subscriptions, subscribe to our channel, give us some thumbs up, make some comments on what you thought about this game, or if you played this game before and what your outcome was and so forth too as well. So until next time, play some games, talk to people in person and play some games, play some VR, have some fun, and most importantly, what's the main thing I say at the end of my videos, Katie? Can you remember? You can't remember. You're a Board Game Maniac and you can't even remember.
Something like Game On or something?
No. You and Shane are turd with the same brush. He's been in videos too as well. He watches the videos and he still can't remember. So everybody else that are watching this and is familiar with Board Game Maniacs knows exactly what I'm going to say. Okay, Katie, I'm going to say this one time just for you. Most importantly of all, be a maniac.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
There you go, Board Game Maniacs. Till next time, have a good one.